I went to take a test as a policewoman, and because of my race, I believe, now that's where discrimination came in, but I think as a woman too, a female, they did not let me have it. They said that I was too short. But as you know now, on the police force, there's women all sizes.
Hey, don't track me! I am coming! Hey? Don't track me! I know what arrest means! What do you think you're doing?
I'm taking you to
What are you doing?
One time, women couldn't vote. It's hard to even believe, and I think this generation doesn't realize what struggle it was to get this privilege that they have now that they're not exercising. That was a right that people fought for.
There will be one man, one vote in this country, and there will be a majority government in this country.
Blacks first did not have the right to vote.
We as a people will get to the promised land.
Earlier in my mother's day, their dream was getting out of the South to go to college.
I am still going to school, college now. When I'm ready, I'm coming back home.
There were some black people more well off or got a better education. Some of them even went to France or somewhere else.
The enemy is not skin, it's ignorance. It was ignorance that put us here in the first place. Ignorance because the big tribes of Africa warred against each other or made slaves out of the smaller tribes. Our own black people put us in pens like hogs, destroying entire civilization with rum and beads. And it was still the African, this time the Arabs, who sold us on the block. The white man didn't need guns because we were weak. The French, the Spanish, the Portuguese, they took us because we were ignorant. We were apart from one another. That's why I know that no son or daughter of mine will ever be a nigger.
But it took a long time before the blacks, got the right to vote. I admired Martin Luther King because I believe he was really dedicated for the movement for black people. As I got older, I was able to go to Atlanta where he lived, and I realized and saw that he was a short man. I actually was able to see that.
We will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
So won't you listen?
And I walked through his house and saw his mother and father and the piano he would play and what college he went to. I was able to see where they have his casket.
Only lingering words of those that you heard, who died and dreamed for you to fly like a bird. It was such a nice dream to share, but some has turned his dream smooth into a nightmare. Falling prey.
So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Fire that's burning around it, the torches, it never will go out. It's just too bad, that they're letting it die and it's not passed on to this generation where they can have pride in themselves.
I have a dream today.
We graduated from the climate. I was good in sports, and I got a scholarship at McClimate to San Francisco College. My athletic teacher put my name in, and because I got all my letters and everything, and I was very good, but my father didn't want me to play sports, and he was very strict. He said I couldn't play it after you joined church and got religion, but that's the only reason I did not pursue it, or the teacher did not, follow it up.
How many children did you want to have?
I wanted to have 4 children, 2 girls and 2 boys, and I had 3 children. The oldest is 2 girls, Yvette, Vivian, and my youngest child was Virgil. And I just thank God that He gave me the children that He did. Like Virgil says, the stars is not necessarily the greatest achievement. It's the love that you have for one another. My children is there for me. They're hardworking in life so far as what the Lord wants them to do. And their kindness and their love has not gone unnoticed by me. I thank God for Yvette, Vivian, and Virgil.
How did you meet your husband? How did you guys develop a relationship?
I met my husband at St. Matthew's Baptist Church in West Oakland. I joined that church when I was 18 years old. And I was going there, and he was one of the teachers. And I became like the secretary of the Sunday school, because I always loved Sunday school. I was his protege. He was like a help teaching me. We would go over the Sunday school lessons and everything, and that's how I met him.
What advice would you give to young people as they grow up?
To do God's will. Making Him first in your life, dedicating your life to the Lord.
Girls would put on a spare dress if they had one, and men would put on a clean shirt. Girls always try to fix up for partying even if they ain't got nothing but a piece of ribbon to tie in their hair. Wasn't none of this sinful dancing where you partner off with man and woman squeezed up close to one another. Dance respectable, the slaves did. Shifting round from one partner to another and holding one another out at arm's length.
Once you come to the fullness of Christ, you can love yourself because you have the love of Christ in you. Women lose their virtue by loving themselves as themselves. Then they want to explore their body thinking this is what I get attention. Man will love me. Man will give me something if I got a pretty body. But it isn't in the shape of your body. It's how you keep your body sacred for the Lord. And then He will give you someone to love you for the inside. It's not the appearance. The young girls has nothing to look forward to but themselves. It's because the women are losing sight on what we're here for the glory of God.
God gives me grace. I'll run this race.
Hi, my name is Virgil Carter. I represent the present-day male offspring of Carters descending from my mother, Mary Carter, along with my son, Virgil Carter. However, I didn't make this documentary because of the last name Carter as much as I did for my own mother's ability to shine and the greatness of her life, which has positively influenced so many others. Now I would like to say, as I believe I can say for so many others, thank you, Mother, for being careful, considerate, responsible, and obedient to God, not only now, but even in those tender years of my childhood life in which I ignorantly trusted you to do all the right things and lay a foundation of hope, victory, and stability of mind, which I still live by today. If I had to do it all over again, I probably would ask God the next time around, if there was a next time around, give me another set of ears, make me a little taller, make me a little darker, lighter, take away my big toe and give me some eating toes. But one thing I would make sure that God did do again by request is please give me the same mother that you did the first time. I love you, Mom.